How you doing? This is our quake update. Is Slaw Schoolins. See how the induction picks up and the harmonic tremors also pick up pretty much globally on all these heliplots. This here is Antarctica Station. You see where it was clearly smoother. Yeah, it had some harmonic tremoring going on, but it's picking up over a period of time, staying stronger. That is indicating magnetic braking, and it is showing the pressure on the magnetosphere model here in the helioplots. And it's very visible, very easily seen that we are being influenced globally. Okay? Now, I've used this model and the helioplots and this fucking magnitude model. It's supposed to be 24 hours of quakes. We're up to 8 though. Thank goodness. America has been having all kinds of volcanic quakes that we don't usually have because of the induction heating coming in from the bow shock, as you can clearly see. Energy being drawn through to close these field lines. The IMF lines over here don't belong to Earth, and they are dancing around up in front and behind and everything else, which they should not be. They have the cross patterns, Lagrange points everywhere, which we should not be seeing. You just shouldn't be seeing any of the stuff going on in here. And that's been long established too. The wind speed's slightly elevated today. We're hovering around 600. And yeah, it's tornadic coming in from behind. You can see the pressure, just like in a ferrocell, behind Earth, indicating multiple magnets surrounding her. Einstein was right about the electron. Let's listen.
Theoretical treatment of these electrons, we are faced with the difficulty that electrodynamic theory itself is unable to give an account of their nature. For since electrical masses constituting the electron would necessarily be scattered under the influence of their mutual repulsion unless there are forces of another kind operating between them, the nature of which has hitherto remained obscure to us.
Well, 1748 hertz, it's the electromagnetic current. It's the field. It rides on the field because it is a magnet. Each and every atom in existence is a magnet. We've covered this, and CERN just backed it a month or two ago.
We create a toroidal field around our body. And that toroidal field creates an electromagnetic field around our body. And so it goes. This is what the toroidal fields look like, or that are created by the sounds we make when we speak. And phenomenal research and work has been done to show us what the different toroidal shapes and fields look like of different letters and different sounds, especially vowels. And then as we speak, these toroidal fields that we manufacture and we create with our mouths around us is, and how important a role magneticism plays in everything that surrounds us.
You might not think of water as being magnetic, but it is, and so are graphite, aluminum, and glass. This is a new and different category of magnetism called either para or diamagnetism, and it's different from the magnetism that you're used to. You're probably already familiar with ferromagnetism. Ferro means iron. An unmagnetized piece of iron or nickel or cobalt becomes a magnet in the presence of a magnetic field. The effect is strong and lasts even after the magnet is removed. Paramagnetism is a similar effect, except that it's much weaker and temporary. Aluminum is a good example of a paramagnet. And so is oxygen, which is attracted to magnets. Here, I have a few milliliters of liquid oxygen, which sticks to the magnet. I'll explain why later. Gadolinium oxide and cupric sulfate are good examples of paramagnetic substances. Cupric sulfate is a salt.
Everything is a magnetic substance is what he's getting at, because every atom is a magnet. I have done a couple of videos on this subject.
Not only your thoughts are powerful tools, but the images and the words you write are powerful tools. The words that we write, this is why the original letters of the Hebrew alphabet, the 22 letters, are very specific shapes and sizes and forms. Each letter is actually a two-dimensional representation of the three-dimensional sound of that letter. The tools that have been given to us of thought, of language, of vocabulary, of letters, of the alphabet, are powerful tools, and this is why wizards and witches could cast spells with their spelling, right? Cast spells, and we do spelling at school, so we're actually learning to cast spells without realizing what we're doing. And this stuff is just so brilliant. When you start breaking this knowledge and this information down, you get into the deeper understanding of the power that we have, the incredible, powerful beings that we are, because we are one with God. We are one with the Creator. We come from the same creative source. And we
do. We're all magnet. All of us. Right down to the very atom. You have 1748 hertz all over your biology. Science has established that we have 1748 hertz oscillations in our hair and follicle when we get goosebumps. They also say that when we do this a lot, we create stem cells, the one thing that repairs every piece of your body. It's something I looked up and found 2 days ago. See this? I can't even pronounce the word. Human something. Emissions generated by active outer hair cells. Guess what frequency they found it resonates at? Goosebumps. Yeah, that's right. 1748. See the pattern? Do you see the toroid? With the center convergence and the toroid field? With what in the middle? Repeated down here, just like in the hieroglyph. Right? Is that what I'm looking at? Let's tilt that 45 degrees. Is that not the same thing? Actually, that's exactly the same thing, the way it is. But that's kind of funny, actually. It's exactly that way. The one that's different is the 1748 plate that I got a picture of. It is inverted 45 degrees. See, these things come together if you look in regions that you know mean something. So that's the same pattern, and that's how we know what the frequency is. Because this is repeated over and over and over and over and over and over. So in other words, if I was wrong, this would have never shown up in your biology. When you get excited about life at 1748 hertz, all of this would have been wrong, which it's not. And all of you would have been wrong about all these walls you're reading. And obviously, you're not. Kind of like that's a fucking giraffe. You see this? This is just one snapshot of this guy. He did that. He was overlaying my translation and cross-referencing and decoding it and came up with 100% accurate. Okay? He does this thing. That's what he does. He staked his reputation on my translation. This is basically what happens when energy moves through matter. And that is what I was sending people to Scientific Lead to learn, is his little drawings. That's the only thing I ever sent anybody there to. And watch his Pharaoh cells to see these patterns in them. And the same patterns we're seeing in ISWA every day. Wow, that's loading. This is what he calls an open halo wave. I call it an impact wave because it's where the energy impacts matter, which is inseparable on the electromagnetic fucking field. You can't have matter without vibration. Vibration is energy at 1748 hertz inside every nucleus of every atom. There's a magnet that operates just like this one and the one in your chest. And if you come to the same frequency as Earth, you will inherit its entire strength of magnet and become Shield 2 steward, protecting all of life. No matter what some fucknut says about it, that has been approached by billionaires that have tried to keep these fucking secrets in your face, hidden for centuries on the back of your fucking movie screens. We've covered this. Folks, you have a field. I've shown you how to feel in your chest. It is your soul. It is the magnet that is burning in your chest. You can feel it with your fucking hands. I suggest you see this video I put out 2 weeks ago, how to feel your field. I suggest you watch it. Then go to this page. Start looking at Otis first.